Are there any Terrans right now? Because it seems like most of the world doesn't even see this coming.
Uh, I, I don't know whether were you recorded like at the very beginning. We are talking about in my book. I labeled Ted Kaczynski, the
Yes.
Unabomber,
Yes.
as the first Terran.
Right. Okay.
Right, he's the first historic Terran, and the people coming out now like Jeffrey Hinton, the father
Yeah.
of Backprop, and I would label him a Terran. Ben Gersel, whom you know well, is pretty much Terran, I'd say.
But he's
So
he's going to help develop some of the neurosymbolic large language models. So aren't his actions very cosmist?
yes.
The dichotomy
I
of all
find,
of us humans. That's what this is, right?
yeah, yep. So Ben was my best friend, but we talked about this for hours, for over many years, and he on the whole he's a bit more a bit more optimistic than I am. I think probably more by nature. I'm more pessimistic. I think partly because when I was 20, given my age, when I was 20, you can imagine which war was going on at the time. It was the Vietnam War, and I got conscripted. So when I was 20, I was thinking, oh my God, I don't want to go in this damn war.
Wow.
I mean, so the Vietnamese peasants were paying over about 70% of their crop to the landlord. So of course they loved communism, which had freed them from all that. So I don't want my life being risked by my government, forcing me to fight for a cause that I didn't believe in. So, as a young student, there was a cemetery near the university. This was at Melbourne University at the time. So I'd go walking in that cemetery at night in paranoid rage, imagining how many grenades could I lob into the parliament and kill a maximum number of I was absolutely, it transformed my personality. So I suspect one of the reasons why I'm now more pessimistic than, say, Ben is due to that. I mean, I've had more horror in my life, I think, than Ben has. And also, optimism that doesn't make any sense. So, I try to reason my way through, and frankly, I'm just torn. The little kids in the park, terror. God building, cosmist. I mean, how do you choose? I mean, we have to, right? Humanity at some stage has to choose.
But can we choose, Professor? Because can you really put the genie back in the bottle at this point? I mean, ChatGPT is out. It's now on localized computers. It's now hooked up to the internet. Everyone now knows LLMs can work. That wasn't the case necessarily a decade ago. You could argue there's no way you can't stop the development of this.
Well, that's a cosmist argument, the momentum. And so in that sense, you're sort of cosmist. But,
or my realist. It's like trying to contain the pandemic. It's like trying to contain the pandemic. Mo Gaudet in his book called like the early stages of the pandemic, what we're happening now with AI, where everyone's just like has no idea what's about to hit them, doesn't realize it's inevitable. And it's like the naivete of trying to isolate, a respiratory virus. It's ridiculous. So can you really isolate and stop the development of AI?
Oh, someone's trying to call me. Killing my phone. Yes, personally, I feel it's inevitable, and I don't see any way around it. So I'm just glad I'm alive now. So as I was saying before, I fear for my grandchildren, but probably I won't see it. Now you're an X gen, right? Gen X. You're about Ben's age, is that right?
I'm turning 52 this month. So,
right.
And I've got two young boys, they're 5 and 6, and I look at their lives and I'm looking at them saying, you will never experience the teenage years I experienced. Your life will be completely, utterly different than any human life ever. And that is hard for me to get my head around, because I am right? They will be living a life 10, 20, 30 times, or the singularity times different than any other human life in existence.
Probably they won't have jobs, because as the machines become increasingly intelligent, to be employable as a human, you will need a very high intelligence. And so as the machines get smarter, the human level employable intelligence threshold will just keep rising until virtually nobody is employable. Machines are just doing everything. Now, once that happens, of course, governments will have to use the UBI, the Universal Basic Income, just handing out money for everyone. I don't see that so much as a problem, because if you're interested in cultural anthropology, there's somewhere between, I read, 5,000 to 10,000 different cultures on the planet, and some of them work maybe 2 or 3 hours a day. Food is, these tropical islands, food, you just climb up a palm tree. So they don't have to work very hard. And so how do they fill up their day? Well, makeup, rituals, religion, they have rich lives, rich cultural lives, and they don't feel depressed, so they're fine. So, the human brain's adaptable. So I see cultures surviving that way once there's no work. And a lot of people thrive that way. They'll adapt quite readily. But and if we can live in a global state that's fully democratic, that would be wonderful. So, get rid of wars.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's of course been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you gotta pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.